Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. It is so lovely to have you here, and I appreciate all of your support. And if you're new here, hello. My name is Marie, and I do little spooky vintage Halloween themed videos year round. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, stick around for this video and maybe subscribe. So for today's video, in order to kick off spooky season, yes, it's spooky season since July, so I'm actually a little late. I wanted to decorate a Halloween ornament, and I wanted to show you guys my process. Now, disclaimer, I am not a professional artist. I took 2 art classes in the entirety of my schooling, and it's something that I do as a hobby, so please nobody leave mean comments saying you're using that acrylic paint wrong. I know I probably am. So if decorating little Halloween ornaments and talking about Halloween / spooky themed things seems fun to you, grab a cup of tea and let's go to the work table. Hello, voiceover Marie here. I got this little bat ornament for $5 at michaels.com, and she has a little light in the back, which I'll show you when I finish painting her. Since she is made of wood, she got a little bit broken on the way, but it's nothing too major. It's easily fixable and hideable. I'll be using acrylic paints for this. It's Liquitex. Fair warning, like I said, I am really not an artist, so this may not be technically correct, but it's fine. So for the body of the bat, I'm going to be doing 2 layers. I'm mixing white and black to create a light gray for the first layer, and then I'm going to paint it over with a darker gray / a lighter black, and you'll see that later in the video. But since I'm really not going to do a step-by-step tutorial, I thought that it would be fun to talk about some spooky Halloween things. So let's start. So let's talk Halloween. I know it's technically still August, but let's be real, Halloween really starts in July for me. I've always loved Halloween, and just because this year's Halloween is going to be a little different doesn't mean it has to be any less fun. I've been seeing a lot of people complaining that Halloween is canceled, but it's not canceled. Just because you can't go to parties or to spooky events doesn't mean that Halloween is canceled. Binge watch your favorite scary movies or curl up with a book of ghost stories. Write spooky things, work on that dream Halloween costume you've always wanted to do, and decorate to your heart's content. After all, there's a lot more time in our hands now. And the true meaning of Halloween is the spooky spirit, not how many parties you can go to. In fact, I've never really liked Halloween parties. Also, I'm going to get this out of the way before anyone comments. Yes, I know my nails are extremely long. Nail salons have been closed down where I live for a few months now, and even though I cut my nails, they always grow back extremely quickly. So I apologize that my nails rival Nosferatu's, but I don't want to hear any negative comments about it because I know. You. So let's get back to spooky things. If you're looking for spooky film recommendations, I definitely recommend you check out the classic horror films. Not just the Universal monsters that are super popular and for good reason because they're great, but I also recommend that you check out the silent horror films. They're free on YouTube for the most part because they are public domain. I definitely think silent horror films are hidden gems. There's something so unsettling about the way the actors move because of how much the film is sped up and their makeup, and just the atmosphere of the weird sets that aren't quite realistic really add to the creepiness of the horror film. My top recommendation for Halloween, and it is a Halloween tradition that I watch this film every single year, is Dr. Caligari, or The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. And it is a German expressionist horror film, and it is actually considered to be the first horror film ever made. And it includes a lot of classic tropes of horror films, including a twist ending that I'm not going to reveal to you. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested in watching this film, as it's also free on YouTube. And of course, I love Nosferatu. Everybody knows about this. I love any and all adaptations of Dracula, except for the BBC Dracula because it was bad, but we won't talk about that. But Nosferatu is great. I believe both the 1922 and the 1976 version, I think it's 1976, are free on YouTube to watch as well, so I can leave links down below to those. I know the 1922 one is free for sure, but let me double check on the 1970s version. So I guess I should probably talk about the artwork for a little bit, since this is me decorating a little decoration. I like working with acrylics because if you make a mistake, you can definitely just wash it off with white acrylic paint because it covers everything. It's not like watercolor. So as you can see, I have the precision of a 5-year-old. So I am definitely painting a lot of where I went out of the lines with white acrylic paint, and then I'm going to cover it up with the actual color. Now, as smooth as I want this to be, it's probably not going to be super smooth because wood is a textured surface and this is a wood ornament. So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to deal with there being texture, but looking at my completed ornament right now, I can tell you it really doesn't matter much. It looks pretty good from where I can see, and it's going to be illuminated, so if you make mistakes, that's fine. So with that little spiel, I do want to talk a little bit about Halloween costumes before this big reveal. I am really excited for this year's Halloween costume. I'm going to be starting on it next week, and you will be seeing progress videos here on YouTube. And if you subscribe to my Patreon, you will also be seeing behind the scenes footage. Pretty awesome if you ask me. So I'm not going to reveal my Halloween costume yet. A couple of you guys know about it if you know me personally. I will say this. It is based off a classic novel that I love very much and own 6 copies of, I think. And if you can guess it correctly, I will give you a shout out on YouTube and TikTok. So leave a comment down below guessing who I'm going to be for Halloween, because I'm very excited. This is a dream costume I've wanted to do for 2 years now, and I have the fabric, and I have the pattern, and I have the funds. So I'm very excited to finally get to do my dream Halloween costume because I wasn't able to for a few years. I really just threw things together a few years back. So this is going to be so much fun, and I'm really excited. And here is the grand reveal. And that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video and you're not already subscribed, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below what your favorite Halloween time craft is. If you would like to see more of my sweaty, poorly lit face, follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I post on TikTok 5 times a week and on Instagram whenever I feel like it. I will leave the handles to both of my accounts in the description box below. If you would like to see more exclusive behind the scenes content that you won't get anywhere else, please consider subscribing to my Patreon. I will also leave the link down to that in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all next week. Bye!